What's up, everybody? Jump in here. Hey guys, I am back with the Skyrim Legendary walkthrough. This should be the final part of the Dragonborn main quest for the DLC. Now, it doesn't mean I'm done with Dragonborn DLC because I still have a lot to do with the side quest, and there's a whole bunch of goodies I can get. And why am I in the water? Oh, get out the water. But like I said, what in the fuck is this lady doing all the way down here? Anyway, there's a lot of things I can do, and I will be doing them, and I'll talk about a little bit of that throughout this episode of some other ideas because I've been getting some questions, and we'll go over all that kind of stuff. So, let's go ahead and get this started. I need to unlock this shout real quick. Ben will. Actually, I believe. Wait. Oh, shit. I didn't actually need to use it, I just needed to unlock it. So now I need to read Waking Dreams, and that will suck us into this black book, and we can go fight the boss, the other Dragonborn, and kick some ass. Now there was a glitch, or at least from reading from forums and talking to friends, a lot of people came to me and they were asking me, hey Jumpin', do you know about this? Like, is there anything I can do? What's going on? There's this terrible glitch in the Dragonborn DLC. I'm trying to fight the boss, and it's glitching out on me, and I can't beat him. Now, I don't know if they ever actually fixed the glitch, but the same thing that people were talking about happened to me. But, honestly, I was able to figure out how to fix the glitch, but the thing is that it wasn't really a glitch. I don't know, and I'll explain it once we fight, especially if there's a possibility of it happening again. But what I figured out is that if you mess up, or at least that's what it felt like, I thought that people were just messing up. And because they were messing up in the fight, it was technically glitching out. And they would literally have to reload their file. I'm just gonna roll on past most of these enemies. I mean, it was pretty bad, just in the sense that if you mess up, you had to reload because it would kind of glitch out on you. But I'll explain that once I get to it. Now, like I said, a lot of people, I was getting messages from some friends about it. I read on forums about it. But the same thing that happened to some of these people happened to me. And then once I explained it to people, like, listen, it's not really a glitch. You might be just messing up. Try this. And they would generally come back to me and tell me, like, oh, I did that and it worked, thanks, you know, blah, 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 blah. So, we'll talk about it. Anyway, like I said, so this should be the final part. This book is pretty long. I think we have to get through like 6 chapters. These enemies are kind of annoying. That's why I'm not going to fight them. If you have noticed, we are picking up these little books as well. That is for a puzzle, or somewhat of a puzzle. There's really no true puzzles anymore in games, which I guess that's not a true statement. There's quite a few puzzles. Fucking creepy butthole, man. These tunnels always remind me of like a stretching asshole. Fucking crazy, man. Anyway, but yeah, like I said, I guess that's a very bad statement to say that there is no such thing as puzzles anymore in games. But it just seems like more and more nowadays, people, or at least the game developers, they make puzzles too fucking easy. Like, they'll include some puzzles, but for the most part, they make it really easy. And, you know, they focus more on the action elements of games. Like, a good example of this is Resident Evil. I love Resident Evil. I always did. I have not been a fan of Resident Evil 6 or 5. I enjoyed Resident Evil 4. It was a great game, but once again, that was a game that focused a lot around action and not, it just didn't feel like Resident Evil anymore. I mean, that's just the way it was. It was a great game, and I love what they did with it, but they really took away a lot of the Resident Evil elements of the series with Resident Evil 4. A big part of Resident Evil to me was doing like really cool puzzles at times, you know? I don't know. It just seems like they took that away, and a lot of games are doing that as well. Like in Skyrim, there's always like the little puzzles here and there where it's like, oh, match the animal shapes. You know, I don't know. It just seems like games are so easy nowadays. it definitely is a problem to me. I mean, there's of course generally in games they'll have a setting of some. Oh wow, this is moving. They'll have some type of setting like a really hard mode, and or they'll have a unique setting that takes away a certain thing in the game that makes the game really easy. But the actual just default mode of the game is generally extremely easy. And a great example of this is like just generally when you die nowadays, like in a game, like let's say I was to die in this game, I'm gonna load from my autosave that was literally just about 2 minutes ago or something like that, and then I'll be fine because I'll just and so many games are like that. It's like, oh, you'll reload from the checkpoint, but they give you a checkpoint like literally every 5 minutes. Sometimes less, like every 2 minutes you get a checkpoint, and it's like, well, this ain't really challenging. If I mess up, I'm just gonna go to a loading screen and reload in. It used to be that with games, sometimes if you messed up, I mean, fuck, you are screwed! Like, you have to start over the entire level. Or you would have to start over the entire game. Very challenging games. And we have really got away from that in the current generation. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it's a problem. And then, of course, like I said earlier, the puzzles they've been dumbed down, you know, just things like that. It's a damn shame. Alright, let's figure out where to go. Alright, let's do it. I've been enjoying Tomb Raider because I think one great thing about that game is there's been already a couple puzzles that I literally had to sit there and think about. And then I edit the video and stuff. And I'm sure some of you guys might be wondering, why am I editing the video? Is it because it's taking me 20 minutes? No. Generally, like a puzzle might take me, I might take 2 to 5 minutes extra time trying to figure out the puzzle. So when I edit the video down, it's more to help save time. I don't like to ever make an episode of any of my videos or part of any of my videos more than 30 minutes. Because the way I look at it is that if I want someone to actually truly enjoy a video I put out, I want it to be something like 30 minutes. That way, people will look at it and they'll enjoy it almost like they would a TV show, like a 30-minute TV show. I think 30 minutes of anyone's day is fine to, you know, support my channel or to enjoy my content. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I don't like to upload anything that's just 15 minutes. That's another one. A lot of people, they'll upload videos, they cheat. I don't want to say cheap, but they kind of cheat people because they want more views. So like, for example, if I had a 30-minute video and I convert it into two 15-minute videos, I'll get more views from that. Now, if I had like, which I don't, but if I had like a million subscribers or 2 million subscribers and all my videos were guaranteed to get at least 100,000 views, then instead of getting that 100,000 views, I'll get 200,000 views and I'll make more money or whatever. So a lot of people, they do that. I don't believe in that. I like to have anywhere from 20 minutes to 30 minutes long, depending on how much I want to play the game. And that's something about myself as well I think people need to understand. Oh, here's the puzzle. But that's something as well where the way I look at it is that when I play a game, I just can't do it. I've wanted to do it. I've talked about it. I just can't do it. Like, I can't sit there and play this game, like Skyrim, for example, for like 3 hours and record 3 hours straight, and then I'll have like 5 or 6, 7 videos of it, and I'll be able to put it out over 3 to 4 days or whatever. I can't do that. I don't know why. I literally play it for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then I get off of it. I might do 2 parts every once in a while. You know, it's just whatever the mood is at the time. I do not play video games all that much. Like, my time has been severely cut in the recent months, especially, where I don't know. I rather read books and do other things, or, you know, and have more productive aspects with school and other stuff. So I kind of cut back on video games because of that. And I don't know. But anyway, let's do this puzzle. Alrighty. Now, we have these 4 books. If you kind of look at these, they make sense, but other ones are kind of like, what? See, when I look at this, I see like some teeth, you know, like a mouth. So here we are. This is the one we want with the blades. It's a little confusing, I guess. But if you kind of just really look at it, you're like, okay, I guess it makes sense. Let's look at this one. Now, this is obvious. Those are claws or pincers. So we're going to do that one. Let's go over here. This one can be, I guess it's not too confusing. It looks to me like tentacles are maybe, oh god, I'm getting attacked. Tentacles are like roots, so boneless limbs. Got it. That makes sense, honestly, when you think about it. And right here, this is really confusing to me. It looks like an eyeball, almost like a bird's eye. Prying orbs. Okay. But that is the puzzle right there. And now we can go on through this book. And I believe this is the final chapter of this actual book. Now, one thing I was going to talk about is I've had some questions about my bow. People want to know, what bow am I using? The bow I'm using right now is literally, if you just take a look, I didn't change the name, a Dragonborn bow. It's nothing special. It's just been crafted, upgraded, and enchanted. My two favorite bows in the game, there's one called like the Zephyr. It's from Dawnguard DLC. I'm going to be getting it soon. I've just been waiting so I can complete the unearthed side quest from the Dragonborn DLC so I can upgrade it to like the maximum potential. The other great bow in this game that's so awesome is called like the Black Bow of something. I think it's called like the Black Bow of something. And it comes from the Dragonborn DLC. Now, I was planning on maybe getting that off camera or whatever. But if you want to see how to get that bow and also the Zephyr bow or whatever, I will actually maybe make an episode that will be me getting those bows. Like, that will be the point of it. Getting those weapons, upgrading those weapons, and of course for the rest of the Let's Play, I will definitely be using those weapons because I love those two bows. And bows are my favorite in this game, so heh. Alright, so we got some bad guys up here. And if you, obviously if you look right now, you can kind of see that that is a word wall up there. What is going on? Hit him! Hit him! I totally missed. How am I missing the shot? Die! Oh, yeah, I love how epic that is. Right in the asshole! And that fire effect's pretty cool. Alrighty. Let's go get this final word. This will be for Dragon's Aspect. Such a great shout. If you like Elemental Fury, really, if you just like shouts, this is just so amazing. The final level is the best one because it gives you, the first thing that it does, if you cast the final shout word, it applies all of the effects. So strength, armor, womb, or whatever, it applies them all. So that's great. But the great thing about it, especially if you combine this with Necromage, oh my god, it's so insane. I can show you a little bit, but let me go ahead and put it on now. And it just looks fucking cool. Urgh. Look at that. I look like a badass, you know. Alright, so we have this dragon here. Let me go ahead and show you this. Ah, stop doing that. Alright, let me equip some daggers real quick. Now, you gotta remember, if you want to get this the maximum, I'm talking about the maximum use of Dragon's Aspect, Elemental Fury, all this, you have to have the Necromage Vampire thing going. It does improve it, but at the same time, believe me, it's really good without it. Alright. Let me see something real quick, the first thing. Oh, you know what, honestly, let me not. Alright. We're gonna... I have to have my weapon drawn. Alright. Now check this shit out. This will be insane. Insane. It's just so crazy how fast you can swing. And like I said, it's even crazier when you use... Where's Ben Will? Here we are. It's even crazier when you use it with Necromage, because Necromage does actually improve your, I think it's your shouts. Necromage makes it slightly more powerful, and the recharge time is better as well. One thing I like to do is, I like to be a Necromage Vampire, with Dragon's Aspect, with, Elemental Fury, and maybe like an Amulet of Talos. to help with my cooldown speed, so I can just spam Elemental Fury. Alright, let's do it. Yeah! What the hell? Use the shout! Alright, got him. Got him. Time to ride a dragon.
Whom has the mastery? Climb aboard and I will carry you to Miraak.
Alrighty, let's go. So this just explains it. When riding a dragon, blah 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 blah. I gotta be honest, the dragon riding part of this game, or the DLC, isn't the greatest. It's cool, but it's not like effective strategy. At least that's the way I take it. I don't know. It's a cool concept though. And I don't like the fact that I can't control the dragon for real. Like, I don't have to play right now. Just let him do his own thing.
He knew you would come here.
You know, I can target lock and the dragon will circle the enemies and all that. But right now I just literally sit here. I don't have to fight any enemies. He's just going to fly to actually I believe he will. Yeah, no, he's flying. Well, what are you doing, bro? Stop! No, don't go that way. Maybe I do technically control this somewhat. I can't remember. Alright, well, target lock. Roar! What am I using? I don't even know what the fuck that is. Alright, I don't want to target lock. I want him to fly to... Oh, what are you doing, dragon? Yeah, you fucking idiot. Alright, hold on. I don't remember all that actually happened to fight these things. I'm pretty sure I can just go to where I need to go. Don't want to target lock you. I want to go up there. I think that's where the tower. No! Stop trying to fight these bastards! Alright, son of a bitch. I need to put some magic on. Let's do it. Destruction. I always, if you're gonna fight from a dragon, use fireball. It's really hard to hit. Also, see if I have a potion of fortify. A destruction. Yes, I do. 230%. So I should just destroy these enemies. Rawr, rawr. Like I said, that's generally like what I'll do. Command the dragon to attack the target. Attack the target. As you command. Yeah. The problem with dragon riding, or one of my biggest problems, is just the fact it's the same as with destruction magic. People always ask me about mages. Like, what do I think about mages? I think mages are like whatever. If I wanted to play as a mage build, you know, and have the maximum fun, I would just play on like normal mode. I wouldn't play on master. I wouldn't play on like, you know, super hard mode or legendary. I just wouldn't do it. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Okay, now I'm doing something wrong here. Go to the fucking right place. There we go. Alright. I don't know what the hell that was about. I'm pretty confident, or at least, honestly, I'm like 100% confident you can skip all that and you can just have them fly to where you need to go. But, yeah, that's my problem with mages, though. You don't really do enough damage, honestly. Here we go to land. You don't actually do enough damage to really effectively play on legendary. I'm sure some of you guys are going to be like, well, I do it all the time. But that's great if you do. Me personally, I don't want to.
I will look for a spot to land.
And so the first Dragonborn meets the last Dragonborn at the summit of Apocrypha. No doubt, just as Hermaeus Mora intended. He is a fickle master, you know. But now I will be free of him. My time in Apocrypha is over. You are here in your full power, and thus subject to my full power. You will die, and with the power of your soul, I will return to Solstheim and be master of my own fate once again.
Alrighty. So now he's gonna attack me and all this, so let's take him out. Now, we can talk about the glitch and all that. Let's try to hit him if possible. I might just use my Elemental Fury on him, but I'm doing pretty good damage to him. Anyway, the glitch that you'll notice is when he will go and try to recharge himself. That is what would have normally happen to people. Like, he literally nothing, he would never like do what he's supposed to do or whatever. And if he gets into that state, you literally have to reload, and it can be very annoying. I actually should have saved it before I started fighting him. Generally, that's what I recommend. Here we go. See, he becomes invincible when he does this part of the fight. But if you look, this guy lands right here. Okay? You have to let him hit that with the... He has to hit it with the shout. Then he absorbs the dragon's soul and he gets all his health back. Now that's the thing. It's very important. A lot of times when that dragon would land, what people would do is that they would attack the dragon. Okay? If you attack the dragon, then you literally will one-hit it. It has like 1 HP. So no matter what you hit it with, if you throw dog shit at it, it will die. And if it dies, he can't absorb the dragon. And unfortunately, that causes a glitch that you have to reload to fix. I mean, that was what was happening to most people. Like I said, a lot of people, they asked me, could I help them? And I explained it to them, and they went and they did what I said, and it actually worked. See? And there was a lot of talk about this glitch, how terrible it was, how it was happening to everyone, and all this. Believe me, I always believed that that was the problem. Is that people were killing those dragons before they would land and let him kill the dragon. See, watch. He shouts at it, and it dies. There you go. And then he absorbs it. And now you fight him again. And you have to do that, you know, several times until finally he runs out of dragons to kill or whatever. And then he dies. So, that's the way it is. Probably should have used Elemental Fury dual daggers on him to make this quicker. But it's whatever. Die, fool. Now, you also get his mask and his armor. It's fucking badass. I have a pretty popular video. It has like 70,000 views on it. It's called All the Best Stuff from the Dragonborn DLC. And in that video, I say pretty dope about 40 times. But, you know, I don't know. My bad. Here's, I think, the last dragon. No, poor dragon. But yeah, you know, a lot of people would ask me if you ever watched that video and you wonder this. I don't know if you're watching this video, probably not, who knows. But everyone was asking me what was my armor I was wearing. I was wearing his armor with the jagged crown. The jagged crown is one of the coolest helmets in the game. I just think it looks badass. And there's a way that you can keep the helmet forever. I can show you how to do that if you like, once I get to that point. And like I said, I'm pretty confident I might actually start doing the main quest for Skyrim, like the actual Dragonborn quest in the game. Because I don't know if I'm going to do the Dark Brotherhood. I don't know if I want to do the Thieves Guild. This game's just overwhelming. There's just so much shit to do. Like, I don't know. Alright, you gonna die, fool. Hurry up. How are you in the acid and you're not getting any damage? Bullshit. I call bullshit. Alright. Oh, you know what? Alright, come on. I don't want him dying over there because for all I know, he'll sink in the acid and I won't be able to get the armor. Where the fuck you go?
Did you think to escape me, Miraak? You can hide nothing from me. No matter. I have found a new Dragonborn to serve me.
Oh god, is he coughing up gunk?
May she be rewarded for her service as I am.
Miraak, harbor
Oh!
rebellion against me.
And I absorb all those dragon souls, bitch.
Serve me faithfully, and you will continue to be richly rewarded.
Well, thank you. Alright. Alright, now you can collect the dragon scales off of these dead dragons. I'm not gonna bother, but you can if you want. And we can also search him and get his mask, his boots, his gloves, his robes, his sword, and his staff. All unique weapons and armor, and they're all pretty cool, honestly. The coolest thing about the robes is that they can attack enemies. Now, that doesn't do much damage, but it's just a cool looking effect. So that's one reason I like it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So at this point, we can return to the book. I don't know if we have to return to the book or... Oh, actually, no, we have to first read it. But this will open up the ability to respec. And respecking is awesome! You know, in the main game, I generally don't like doing... Like, what I don't like is I don't like to finish the main quest in most games, especially RPGs, right away. If there's a ton of side quests, I like to save the main quest for last. So, and most people in this game, they do the main quest first. So I never understood that. Because for me, like, I like this whole, like, epic... When the cinematics scroll, I want that to be the end of the game. I want that moment to be the very end of the game, to the point where it's like, yeah, 100% complete mode, you know? I did everything possible, then I finally beat the final boss, and I got the credits, and I'm done. That's the way I like to play RPGs and games, generally. But for this DLC, I highly recommend to do the main quest for the DLC first, just so you can get this option. You can also get Dragon's Aspect and all that, because it's so good. I mean, I don't know. Alright guys, that's pretty much it though. That's the end of the main. Like I said, in the next episode, more than likely, I'll continue to do some of the side quests for this DLC. I'm also going to definitely try to acquire that armor so I can get those 2 bows, and I can show you how to get them as well. They're very good. A lot of fun, all that kind of good stuff. I hope you have enjoyed this. Please like and favorite the video for me, and be sure to subscribe. And you guys have a nice day. Peace out.